Welcome everyone. In the last video, we solved few problems based on the special types of quadrilaterals and the properties that we have studied of those quadrilaterals. Today, we will be solving few more problems on the same topic. So let's begin with the first problem. So here's the first question for the video. In the given parallelograms, find the measures of x, y, z. Over here you see a parallelogram. Certain values are given, measurements. So 4x minus 3, 3x plus 2, y plus 10, z 35 degree angle and 70 degree angle. So before that, let's start solving for the side, because there are two unknown variables of angles. We'll first finish off with the side. So one of the properties that we know, looking at the diagram itself, it gives me a hint that something is related to the opposite sides of the parallelogram. So the property of the parallelogram relating to the opposite sides is that the opposite sides of parallelogram are equal in measurements or length. So I can write it as 4x minus 3 is equal to 3x plus 2, and the reason I'll give it as opposite sides of parallelogram are equal. So let's solve this. Bring all the x terms on one side, non-x terms on the other. X is equal to 5 units. So the value of x is 5 units. Now let's move to the next variable. Now in this diagram, if you see, y plus 10 is given, z is given, 70 and 35. We are just concerned with this portion of the diagram. We know one thing, that the adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. That means if I add this 35z and 70, it should give me 180 degrees. So 35 plus z plus 70 gives me 180 degrees. Adjacent angles of parallelogram are supplementary. Okay, so equating this, we get z is equal to, this becomes 105 goes on the other side of the equal to sign, it becomes 180 minus 105, and then we get z is equal to 75 degrees. So we have found two values till now so far. There are two ways to find the value of y. If you see this becomes a triangle, and we all know that the sum of the angles of triangle equals to 180 degrees. We can use the value of z from here that we have found out. 70 is known, third angle can be easily found out. Or the other way is that if we know that these two sides are parallel, and if there is a transversal passing through it, like this, we have alternate angles which are equal. This angle will be equal to this, and this angle will be equal to this. So this is alternate angles property between a pair of parallel lines. Now I'll use a second method. Y plus 10 equals to 35 degrees. Alternate angles. So y is equal to 35 minus 10, which is equal to 25 degrees. So in the end we are supposed to write all the values that we have found. X is equal to 5 units, Y is equal to 25 degrees, and Z is equal to 75 degrees. And here we finish this problem. Let's move on to the next. Okay, looking at this beautiful diagram, we need to plan out how to go about finding the values of X, Y and Z. So let us start from one of the corners over here. This seems to be simple for me. Before that, first label this point of intersection as O. We know that sum of the adjacent angles of a parallelogram is 180 degrees. So we consider two parallelograms over here. Since it's given in the question, in parallelogram, the whole diagram does not look like a parallelogram as such. So what are the two parallelograms given over here? Parallelogram PQRS and parallelogram ABCD. So these two are the opposite and parallel sides. These two are the opposite and parallel sides of the given parallelogram. So we need to begin, and hence we look at one of the corners. I'll find the value of Y because they both are adjacent angles of a parallelogram, and we know that adjacent angles of parallelogram sum up to 180 degrees. So in quadrilateral PQRS, 100 plus Y gives me 180 degrees. Therefore Y is equal to 180 minus 100, that is 80 degrees. We have found out this. Now angle PQR is equal to Y. See this angle PQR is equal to, this angle will be equal to this angle in terms of parallelogram, because opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. So we can write angle PQR is equal to angle PSR is equal to 80 degrees. Reason: opposite angles of parallelogram. So we have found what is angle PQR. Now in this parallelogram A, B, C, D, we see that Z plus 70 gives me 180 degrees. As we know, adjacent angles of parallelogram. Over here we need to write the reason. Adjacent angles of parallelogram sum up to 180 degrees. Same over here in the next quadrilateral. In quadrilateral ABCD, since it's a parallelogram, Z plus 70 degree gives you 180 degrees. Therefore Z is equal to 180 minus 70, and that is 110 degrees. We got Z also. Now we see that 70, the angle opposite to 70, ADC, is angle ABC. Okay. Now why am I trying to find ABC? Because we see that a small triangle over here, OQB and OBQ angle, if we get these two angles, it will be easy for me to find the value of X by the angle sum property of a triangle. So for that I already got what is angle PQR. Now from this I will be getting opposite angle, that is B, angle ABC, as 70 degrees. Hence I'll get both these angles and all the three sum up to 180 degrees. So that is my aim or my way to the solution. So angle ABC is equal to angle ADC is equal to 70 degrees. Opposite angles of parallelogram. So I'll write these two angles separately because these two angles have a different name also. The same angle with a different name, that is angle PQR. PQR can be written as BQO. Angle BQO, same angle, which is equal to 80 degrees. Angle ABC is equal to angle QBO. I am just looking at the triangle now. So angle QBO, okay, that is 70 degrees. So looking at this, I get two angles of the triangle. The third angle can be found out easily by angle sum property. So in triangle BOQ, angle, look at this smaller triangle BOQ, angle BOQ plus angle BQO plus angle OBQ, or you may write QBO is equal to 180 degrees. Reason, angle sum property of a triangle. From here we can write the values. BOQ is nothing but x plus BQO is 80 plus QBO is 70, gives you 180 degrees. Therefore x is equal to 80 plus 70, 150, and 150 subtracted from the other side is equal to 30 degrees. With this we find the value of x as 30 degrees. So in the end we are supposed to write all the values that we have found out. X is equal to 30 degrees, y is equal to 80 degrees, and z is equal to 110 degrees. Coming to this question, quadrilateral ABCD is a square. Triangle AOB is an equilateral triangle. Find the angles X and Y. Now, one of the properties that we know of the equilateral triangle is that all the angles of an equilateral triangle are equal. That means it is equal to 60 degree. One of the angles is 60. So 60, 60 and 60 all added up to 180 to verify the angle sum property. So angle A is 60, angle B is 60, and angle O is 60 over here. Angle OAB, angle ABO, angle AOB is equal to 60 degrees. So in triangle AOB, angle AOB is equal to angle OAB is equal to angle OBA is equal to 60 degrees. Reason, angles of equilateral triangle. Now, since we are doing quadrilateral chapter, we know that the angles of a square is 90 degrees. So all the angles of a square are equal and they are equal to 90 degrees. So can I write as angle DAO plus angle OAB as 90 degree? That means x plus 60 will give me 90 degrees. Angle DAB is equal to 90 degrees. Reason, angle of a square. So angle DAB, total angle, is nothing but x plus OAB, which is 90 degree. And what is OAB? OAB is 60 degree. Therefore x plus 60 is equal to 90. X is equal to 90 minus 60, that is 30 degrees. We have found out the value of x. Now let's move on to y. Now since you know that AO is equal to AB is equal to OB, why? Because they are the sides of an equilateral triangle, and since this quadrilateral is a square, AB is equal to AD is equal to CD is equal to BC. That means all these segments that we see, the sides that we see of this triangle as well as the square, they are equal. Hence we can write AO is equal to AB is equal to AD is equal to BC is equal to BC is equal to DO, because these are the three sides of an equilateral triangle. But since these two sides are equal to this also, and this side belongs to this square, they all are equal. So what my aim is, my target is to look at these two sides, because my y is involved over here. If these two sides are equal and you look at this triangle, triangle ADO, which triangle does it form? If AO is equal to AD, so triangle AOD becomes my isosceles triangle, because AO is equal to AD. Therefore it means that this angle Y will also be equal to this angle, opposite angles of an isosceles triangle. So angle ADO plus angle AOD is equal to, not plus, is equal to Y, opposite angles of isosceles triangle. Therefore in this triangle, as we have already said, all the three angles will be summing up to 180 degrees. So x plus y becomes 2y is equal to 180 degree, angle sum property of triangle. We don't know y, so, and we know x because just we have found x. So 30 plus 2y is equal to 180 degree. This 30 gets subtracted on the other side. 2y is equal to 180 minus 30, 150. Therefore y becomes half of 150. Therefore y is equal to 75 degrees. Is that clear? So we have got x and y. So final answer, x is equal to 30, y is equal to 75. I hope this is clear. So we need to think of the question like a mystery. We need to find relations between various angles, various sides, keeping in mind the properties that we have studied in this chapter and as well as the previous classes related to triangles. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Now in this question, quadrilateral PQRS is a rectangle. PQRS is a rectangle. Angle POQ is 112 degrees. Find the values of X, Y, Z, that is X, Y and Z. Very simple question because rectangle and square are the most familiar and most easiest quadrilaterals. The properties are too handy for us. Okay, so since POQ is given, that means something is related over here itself. What will be the property of quadrilateral relating to either the angles or the sides? So if you remember properly, the diagonals of a rectangle bisect each other and they are also equal. That means these small halves of the diagonals are equal. Okay, and if that is equal, PO is equal to OQ. Reason: diagonals are equal and bisect each other of a rectangle. Okay, if PO is equal to OQ, can I consider this small triangle POQ as an isosceles triangle? Yes, because the two sides are equal. Okay, so in triangle POQ, if that is equal, so I will say triangle POQ is an isosceles triangle. Therefore, this angle will also be equal to this angle and I can name it as X itself because this angle is X. So the opposite angle of the isosceles triangle is again equal. Therefore, angle OPQ is equal to angle OQP is equal to X. Therefore, in this triangle, if I add X plus 112, it should give me 180 degrees. Angle sum property of a triangle. So X plus X is nothing but 2X plus 112 is equal to 180 degrees. 2X is equal to 180 minus 112, which will give me 68 degrees. So X is nothing but 68 divided by 2. 2 is multiplied on this side, so it will get, so the other number will get divided by 2 on the other side. 68 by 2 will give me 34 degrees. We got the value of X. Now since we know X, can we find Y? Yes, because X plus Y together gives me 90 degrees because the angles of a rectangle are 90 degrees. So in quadrilateral PQRS, X plus Y is equal to 90 degrees, angle of a rectangle. Therefore X we already know, 34 plus Y is equal to 90 degrees. Therefore Y is equal to 90 minus 34, that is, I'll write it directly, 56 degrees. Now what is left is Z. So since we have already stated PO is equal to OQ, so I'll write over here is equal to OR because I need OR over here to prove that Y is equal to Z. Since OQ is equal to OR, triangle ORQ is an isosceles triangle. Therefore, y is equal to z. This angle is equal to OQR is equal to angle ORQ, which is nothing but 56 degrees. Therefore, we find all the angles and we know x is equal to 34, y and z are equal to 56 degrees. Our next problem is based on one of the most popular shapes amongst quadrilaterals, that is kite. Fair children, I am sure must be expert in flying kites. Unfortunately, I don't know how to fly kite, but no problem. I know how to solve problems based on kite. So let's begin. Quadrilateral ABCD is a kite. Angle BAC is 30 degrees. Angle CBD is 58 degrees. Find X, Y, Z. Now here X, Y, Z all are spread. So what do we need to do? We need to first memorize or recollect what are the properties of kite. We know that the diagonals are perpendicular to each other. That means all these four angles will be 90 degrees. Also, the longer diagonal bisects the shorter diagonal or the smaller diagonal. With that, we know one of the things, that is this is equal to this. Now let's see which of the properties we can use. Also remember that here triangles are formed, so we can also use angle sum properties of triangles. So let's begin. Angle AOB is 90 degrees. Reason: diagonals of kite are perpendicular to each other. Remember children, you're not supposed to use short forms like this while writing in exams. Next, now in this triangle AOB, you know this is 90 degrees, this is X, this is 30. So angle sum property, our most commonly used property. In triangle AOB, angle ABO plus angle AOB plus angle BAO is equal to 180 degrees. Reason: angle sum property of triangle. ABO is X, one of the most wanted variables. Angle AOB is 90 degrees. Angle BAO is 30 degrees. So we find directly without wasting much time. 90 plus 30, 120. 120 gets subtracted from both the sides, gives you 180 minus 120, and it is 60 degrees. Next, my next target is the fact that the adjacent sides of a kite are equal. A pair of adjacent sides, AB is equal to AD, BC is equal to CD. So with that, I can find angle Z, opposite angles of the isosceles triangle. So since BC is equal to DC, why? Adjacent sides of kite. Okay, since BC is equal to DC, triangle BC or BDC is an isosceles triangle. Therefore, angle CBD is equal to angle CDB. Angle CBD is equal to angle CDB is equal to Z, and that is nothing but 58 degrees. So we got x, we've got z. Now we're supposed to find y. Again, angle sum property in this triangle, angle COD, triangle COD. In triangle COD, 90 plus y plus z is equal to 180 degrees. This is 90 because diagonals are perpendicular to each other. And what is z? Let z is 58 degrees. So therefore, by solving, we get y is equal to, what is the sum of 90 and 58? 90 and 58 gives you 148. And 148, subtracting 148 from both the sides, we get 180 minus 148, and that is 32 degrees. So y is equal to 32 degrees. Hence, we write the solution: x is equal to 60 degrees, y is equal to 32 degrees, and z is equal to 58 degrees. So this is probably the last problem for this video based on trapezium. The question says find the value of a and b in the trapezium CDEF. A, B in this trapezium CDEF. What we know is this exterior angle CFG, that is 154, and DEF, that is 50 degrees. What are the other resources that we have? The most important, the properties of the trapezium. Here it will be interior adjacent angles at the edges of pair of parallel lines. So if DC is parallel to EF, A plus B will be, or A plus 50 degrees will be 180 degree. So A plus 50 is equal to 180 degree. Therefore A is equal to, subtracting 50 from both the sides, we get 130 degrees. So A is 130. Now we can't use the same property over here because the major point of this property is that the angles should be at the edges of the pair of parallel lines. So these two angles sum up to 180. These two angles sum up to 180, not this two. So what is the other way of finding B? If you see, DC is parallel to EF and CF serves as a transversal. So these two angles are alternate angles. And what does the property of alternate angles say? Alternate angles are equal. So DC is parallel to EF. Okay. Therefore, B is equal to 154 degrees. Reason: alternate angles. This seemed to be a very simple question for the day. And with this, we come to an end for this video. Keep practicing. Stay safe. Thank you. Bye.